What up, yo? What up? It's just your boy Z the Real here, and now we get to the Final Four. And I'm gonna say, man, like after the second round, Giannis is officially the MVP of this league. That's without a shadow of a doubt. Okay, this is not even for discussion no more. Giannis should be the MVP of the league. Like I told you, if they don't give the MVP, though they don't make Giannis the MVP of 2019, that means something is terribly wrong. Something is horribly wrong. Because how could you give James Harden a second MVP award when this man played no defense last game? James Harden acted like he didn't give a damn. He didn't care. Okay? You're not going to beat the Golden State Warriors, you know what I'm saying, allowing Curry to score for 30 points. That's not going to happen. Right? Harden didn't attempt to play defense. Why? Because he either A, does not care, or B, is just, again, man, he's just lacking it. He's either overexhausted. It's either A, he don't care, or B, D'Antoni's giving him way too much minutes, so he's exhausted out there. And I already told y'all before, man, D'Antoni is not the coach that's going to take anybody to no championship. Okay? That man couldn't even get Steve Nash to the championship, and Steve Nash was two-time league MVP, right? The same Phoenix Suns team that had Leandro Barboza, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, okay? Along with Steve Nash. You know what I'm saying? That particular Suns team, they also had Joe Johnson. No, that team was never going to beat the San Antonio Spurs. Why? Because, again, D'Antoni defensive philosophy does not work. And plus, how you expect to beat the Golden State Warriors using literally 4 guards? This man had like 2 shooting guards and 2 point guards in the starting lineup. You cannot put a guard playing small forward like that. Because bad enough as it is, man, PJ Tucker is kind of undersized. Next to, compared to Durant, LeBron, and Giannis, PJ Tucker is literally like a guard. He's like a point guard compared to those 3 men. Even Paul George is towering over PJ Tucker. Yeah, PJ Tucker has great defense. Don't get me wrong, he's a tank on defense. The man can play some defense. He knows how to steal the ball. Okay, I get all that. But PJ Tucker's around 6'5". Okay? He's like in between 6'5" and 6'6". Whereas Paul George, Giannis, LeBron, and even Kawhi Leonard, these guys are all 6'8", 6'7", and 6'8". Yeah, these guys are all 6'8" and 6'9". Like, it's a major advantage. Okay? And that's another thing, too. This is another reason why Houston deserved to lose and not force a game 7 is because you lost with Kevin Durant is not even there. Basically, we seen the 2016-2015 Golden State Warriors. Okay? Durant wasn't even in the game. You still couldn't beat him. You had all these analysts saying, oh, Golden State's in trouble, right? Houston could force a game 7. And then look what happened, man. Y'all can't even guard Andre Iguodala. And they forget Andre Iguodala is one of the most underrated three-point shooters. Okay? Andre Iguodala can really hit the 3. That other game, he was sniping. Matter of fact, y'all need, shouts out to Dom 2K. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to post his link in the description box when I get the chance. Go look at how Dom 2K breaks down that game 6, that whole fourth quarter. Because you can see, man, Houston played horrible, man. And again, for them to be paying James Harden that kind of money, yeah, you ain't trying to play no type of defense. This is why y'all need to stop comparing players like James Harden, Russell Westbrook, okay? Stop comparing these particular players to Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. Stop comparing these new era, even LeBron James. Stop comparing them to these older guys. These legends, these Hall of Famers, because they're not these Hall of Famers at all. If that was Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant on the Houston Rockets team, ain't no way in hell, you know what I'm saying, Golden State would be winning game 6. They would have forced a game 7. Steph Curry would not have 30 points. Okay? There'll be defense played across the board. Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan would have kept the Rockets in that game. They would not allow Golden State to come back from being down 7 points, let alone 10. Again, man, the Rockets would not be down 10, 15 points, 7 points in the third quarter. They would not allow Golden State to come back from that. Now that's just horrible, man. But see, this is why the Thunder didn't win a championship when James Harden was there in 2012, because James Harden played lousy. He didn't care. That man would rather go to a club and party instead of taking his ass inside the hotel room, taking his ass home and studying studying film. Looking at what he need to do differently. Okay? All Harden cares about is a fucking paycheck. That's all he cares about. And that shows in game 6, that last game. Go back and go look at that last game, man. Yeah, you was coming out the gate swinging, but in the fourth quarter, knowing that Golden State knows how to adapt, Golden State know how to play smart basketball. Steve Kerr knows knows how to use his big man. Okay, you got Draymond Green and Iguodala, who both know how to box out and get rebounds. You got Looney and Andrew Bogut. Knows that he put Andrew Bogut back in the lineup. Why? Because Bogut know how to bounce out. In between Bogut, Draymond, and Iguodala was a damn mismatch. You're not gonna beat the Golden State Warriors not using your big man. Because notice Kenneth Faried didn't show up at all. After game 2, you did not see Kenneth Faried at all. Where was Nene in the fourth quarter? Okay? Yeah, you had Clint Capella, but Clint Capella was overwhelmed. He was tired, man. Mike D'Antoni put way too much minutes into Clint Capella. Okay? This is why when D'Antoni was on the Lakers, almost the entire team got hurt. That man only went to the playoffs with 7 guys active. Why? Because the entire team was injured. That man played Kobe for way too long and he injured the rest of the team. Mike D'Antoni don't know how to manage his team properly at all. Okay? You're not going to win in the playoffs with a small ball lineup. It's not going to work. Because you can't go small ball lineup unless your team goes small. Your team goes small, that's when you go small ball. But notice, man, Steve Kerr had forwards in the game. He had power forwards, he had small forwards in the game. Durant can pass for going at the center position because of how tall he is. Okay, so Durant was injured. That man put in Bogut and Looney. Those guys fight for rebounds. Okay? Now, how you gonna put Shumpert? How you gonna have Shumpert guarding a damn Andrew Bogut, man? That doesn't work. No, Kid Capella had too much to worry about. He was tired, man. Way too much minutes. Kid Capella was getting like 35, 36 minutes along with Harden, man. That's why Harden wasn't playing his best. Harden is freaking tired. James Harden is exhausted. The man got Harden inbounding the ball too, doing the running the point guard and the shooting guard positions. Harden was relied upon too much. And then Chris Paul, not that type of, he has an older Chris Paul. D'Antoni didn't realize Chris Paul can't run up and down the court like that no more. That's why the GM hired Austin Rivers, because Chris Paul don't have that same energy no more. Chris Paul's like 34 years old. He don't have it no more. I'm sorry, man. This is not Chris Paul when he's in his Hornets days. This ain't him in his first 2 years with the Clippers. Chris Paul had one too many injuries, too many hamstring injuries for him to be really going full speed like that. Now, that's not going to happen no more. You got to play Chris Paul differently. And once again, man, Steph Curry proves that he's the better point guard. He shows you why he's the best point guard in this league. Because Steph Curry knows how to come through with the big shots when you need him to. This is why Golden State is once again back into the Western Conference Finals. And as far as Portland is concerned, man, I'll give him that. That was a hard-fought victory against Denver. They took Denver to the limit. McCulloch scored 37. That was a career high for him. But the problem with Portland, again, they don't have Nurkic. They're not beating Golden State. I'm going to tell you that now. Especially with Durant coming back, Portland's not beating Golden State. This is it for them. But again, I commend Damian Lillard for finally getting his team to the Western Conference. So at least Lillard and McCulloch basically had that going for them. They made it to the Western Conference Finals. They finally made it out of the second round. That's accomplishment alone, right? Lillard proved that he's championship ready, but the problem is his team not championship ready yet. Okay? And the problem with Portland again, man, they're lacking depth in that center position. Because with Nurkic out, Golden State still got Looney, you still got Andrew Bogut, you got Kevin Durant coming back. Okay, again, man. Portland's gonna be at a height advantage, and then on top of that, Steph and Klay again is still again, man. You're not playing against Gary Harris and Jamal Murray. You play against the Splash Brothers. And let the record show Golden State has beaten Portland in the past too, man. This is another team Portland still cannot beat. All right, they're up against the Splash Brothers now. Yeah, between McCulloch, Lillard, and the Splash Brothers, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna definitely be a duel between the guards, but. As far as everything else, man, if Portland can't limit Kevin Durant, then you're gonna lose this game. If they can't limit Kevin Durant to under 30 points, they're gonna lose. Because there's no other forwards in Portland Trailblazers roster that's on Kevin Durant's level. And even then, you still got Draymond Green, who's gonna be a problem. Iguodala. Okay, again, man, Portland still don't have those type of forwards yet. They're making progress. Don't get me wrong now. Again, Enes Kanter and Rodney Hood, they were good. Those were great pickups. But Enes Kanter and Rodney Hood are going to have a harder time now against the defending Western Conference champions. So, again, I got Golden State in 5 games. I say Portland wins 1 because, again, Portland is tired. Okay, they barely got past Denver. Okay, McCullough had to play his ass off in that last game. But you're against Golden State now. Again, man, Golden State, I don't see them losing no more. You know what I'm saying? Golden State, no, this may be the end for them. So Golden State trying to fight for one more championship. They trying to three-peat right now. I don't see, Golden State's not going to lose to them, especially with Durant coming back. Durant coming back from the string, they'll be straight. Now, as for Toronto and Milwaukee, and this is the matchup everybody been waiting for. This is Kawhi versus Giannis. And again, man, I like the way Giannis played against Boston. This is a Boston Celtics team that had the entire team they had last year. Okay, they had most of the stars they had last year. Except now this year you got Irving and Hayward back. And yet Boston had no response for Milwaukee. And this is why the Celtics lost. Because Al Horford is scared to play Giannis. There was like, again, man, Al Horford did not play correctly at all, man. If you Al Horford, you got to put a body on Giannis. Horford played like he didn't want no part in Giannis. Giannis stomped all over that team. Why? Because there was nobody that can guard him. That's why the Milwaukee Bucks lost. Okay? I'm just going to be honest, man. Boston lost because, again, man, Brad Stevens did not, his coaching did not, he didn't coach that, that was a bad coach, man. That was bad coaching than Brad Stevens, man. You got to make adjustments. All right? Brad Stevens act like he had no response for Giannis at all, man. If you had Horford, man, stay inside the paint. This is why the Bucks won, because, again, there was nobody guarding that paint, man. Horford act like he wanted to shoot threes all day long instead of playing his position. He did not play his position properly. And on top of that, man, you can't have Kyrie Irving guarding Giannis and Mirotic. It was mismatched across the board. Where was Tatum? Tatum and Brown did not show up at all. Again, man, this is bad. You know? This is bad. The Bucks act like they wanted a lot more. Boston didn't want it. I'm gonna be honest, man. The chemistry is bad on the team. Ainge is going to have to break that team up. Because you could tell, man, Tatum, Rozier, and Brown, they're not happy there at all. They're just not, man. That's just all I could put it, man. The chemistry ain't there no more. Kyrie Irving and Hayward coming back. Hayward basically screwed that team up completely, man. They really didn't need Gordon Hayward at all. Them trading for Kyrie Irving was enough. They did not need to side Gordon Hayward. I mean, I understand what they were trying to do because Hayward does give you more firepower and gives you more stability. It gives you a deeper depth, but Hayward does not fit into that team. Why? Because, again, Hayward is used to being the main guy. Hayward needs a big role. The way that Tatum and Brown played last year, Hayward's just in their way, man. That's not working. On top of that, you can't have Al Horford there and he's not going to guard nobody head up. I'm sorry, man. Al Horford act like he was just scared of Giannis. Just look at the way Horford played like he like I said, he didn't want it. The man was scared to stay inside the paint. That man was scared of the contact. Okay? This is why Al Horford's teams never got to a championship, because Horford himself, again, man, he has fear. That man plays scared. Yeah, he does good in the regular season. But in the playoffs, again, man, he shows you other centers like Embiid and LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, all these other guys. Again, man, for some reason, Horford, man, I'll be getting rid of Horford too. I'll put Horford on a trading block. I'll trade Horford and get me another center. I'm dead serious. I'll get me a center that wants to play defense, that's going to be willing to do the dirty work, that's going to be willing to stay inside the paint. They need a Horford to stay inside the paint for rebounding. They don't need him to be outside the three-point line trying to shoot threes all day long. That's not his job. Horford, you're there to rebound the ball. Okay? Even the other dude behind him, man, the white dude, the other basketball player, man, I keep forgetting his name. The other dude, man, where was he? You got other centers on that on the bench, man. Put them in. No, if Al Horford, even Marcus Morris played no defense at all. Again, man, this is why the Celtics lost, because they had no rebounders. You got Kyrie Irving, Jason Tatum, and you got Jaylen Brown. You got these guys all trying to guard these fours, try to guard these 6'11", these 6'10" players. It's not gonna work. Where was Marcus Smart? Where was him, dude? Again, man, this is like Brad Stevens had no response defensively. No, this is not the same Brad Stevens I've been watching the last 2 years, man. And just to let y'all know, man, Brad Stevens on the hot seat officially. They're thinking about firing him, and I don't blame him neither. Just after that, because you can't go to 2 Eastern Conference championships, but yet this year you lose in the second round. That doesn't work. I'm sorry, man. You got a serious problem. So again, it just might be the roster. It may be time to break Boston up. Like, if anything, Boston, I'll keep Rozier, I'll keep Tatum, and Brown. Them three I'll definitely keep. But Kyrie Irving, Al Horford, and maybe even Gordon Hayward, maybe they have to go. Marcus Morris gone. I'll get rid of him too. Marcus Smart can stay, but everybody else got to go. Yeah, Horford, Irving, possibly, again, they're not going to be able to, no, they're not going to be able to trade Gordon Hayward because he's on a contract. You could keep Gordon Hayward for your bench. Let him be like the Andre Iguodala of your team. Let him be like your sixth man. I'll leave Gordon Hayward as sixth man. But I will start Tatum and Brown and Rozier. That's my big three. Kyrie Irving, Marcus Morris, and Al Horford, they got to go. I'm sorry. Those three got to go. I'll trade them three. I'll trade them three immediately, man. They got to go. Because I'm saying, man, and then that's another thing too, man. Kyrie Irving doesn't fit in with that team. Because the Celtics are better when they moving the ball. Remember, when Irving was out, that team spread the ball. Rozier, Brown, and Tatum all got equal touches on the ball. Remember, Hayward was out too. You know what I'm saying? That team is better when you don't have no ball-dominant player. No, man, that team can't handle no ball-dominant player. I'm saying Irving needs to go to a team where he can handle the ball. We could be the leader. We could be the main option. He's not going to be the main option with that team. I'm sorry, man. Because as far as I'm concerned, man, Jason Tatum is that guy, dude. And that's Rozier's problem. Rozier not getting no minutes he wants. So again, man, if they release Irving, they let go Hayward or they trade on Horford. Because again, they're gonna have to keep Gordon Hayward, but they trade Al Horford, they release Irving, and they release Marcus Morris, and they replace those three guys, they'll be straight. Okay? They'll be fine. Because that's the case, man. They might as well should have just kept Isaiah Thomas in the first place. They should have just kept Thomas and Crowder, and they shouldn't have traded them in the first place. And kept Rozier, Tatum, and Brown. They would have been straight. But that's just the result of it, man. You know, Budenholzer, again, man, showed you why he's the more experienced coach. Because Budenholzer this ain't his first time around the block, man. Budenholzer has been around for years. This is a Greg Popovich guy. Okay? You know, Giannis, I tell you, this is Giannis' MVP year, man. Giannis is hungry for a championship. And even Toronto right now, man, I don't know if Toronto's going to be able to beat Milwaukee. Because Toronto is playing a very exhausting Game 7. And I'm going to be honest, man, that game could have just easily went to overtime. Since you got a certain somebody trying to say there's madness on the basketball, that's bull crap. No, man. Kawhi Leonard almost missed that basket. That ball could have just easily bounced and rolled out of that rim. Again, man, the ball bounces on the rim. That happens. Okay? And plus the way Kawhi Leonard shot the ball. It could have just easily bounced off and they would have been in overtime. And have to play another 5 minutes. Okay? But Milwaukee has had at least an extra week to rest. They had a few days to rest. And the way it's looking right now, I don't know if Kawhi Leonard, because again, man, Kawhi Leonard struggled against a Philadelphia 76er team with Ben Simmons that can't shoot a jumper. I don't know if they're beating the Bucks. I'm going to go Milwaukee in Game 7. I mean, I still feel maybe they can still push a Game 7. If anything else, it's going to be within 6 or 7 games. I'm going to say Milwaukee either in 6 or 7. That's what I'm going to say. Again, it's not going to be easy, man. This Raptors team can still fight. They get down, but I say Bucks. I got Bucks winning that series. Only because, again, man, there's nobody stopping Giannis. Giannis is playing at the best level. He's playing his best basketball. Okay? You got George Hill. That was a great pickup for them. Eric Bledsoe is playing his best basketball. Chris Middleton is a 3-point specialist. Okay? We're seeing this now. You got Nikolai Mirotic, Brook Lopez, and Ilyasova. Okay? The Bucks have a good advantage, man. They can rebound the ball. They can play tall, man. Again, man, this is a well-rounded Bucks team. This is the best Bucks team we've seen since 2001. Matter of fact, this team is better than the Ray Allen Bucks. I'm going to give him that. There was Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2001. All right? So that being said, I got Golden State and Milwaukee in the finals. Because I know Portland damn sure ain't beating no Golden State. I'm sorry, man. Again, man, Portland struggled against a young Denver Nuggets team. Denver took Portland in Game 7, not to mention the 4 overtimes. And what was it, Game 4? Game 4, they went to 4 overtimes. Portland is tired, man. McCullough ain't gonna have that type of game against Klay Thompson. I'm gonna be very honest. This is the same Klay Thompson that's been shutting James Harden down for the last 4 years. Again, Klay Thompson is James Harden's kryptonite. Officially, man. The Golden State Warriors is the one team the Rockets ain't beaten. And then the Rockets couldn't beat Golden State. And this is Harden. Now, that was the MVP of the league last year. I doubt McCullough's gonna beat Golden State. McCullough, and again, man, But Steph Curry can outshoot Lillard. That's going to be the other issue there. If Lillard can't keep up with Steph Curry can literally get Lillard out of his game because Steph Curry can take shots that Lillard cannot take. Yeah, Lillard is just as good as Lillard is a good three-point shooter, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to Curry making clutch shots, I don't know, man. The problem with Portland right now is if Lillard gets off his game with the three-point shooting. If you're Damian Lillard, you cannot compete with do not allow Steph Curry to make you compete with him with three-point shooting. Because that's how Curry gets you off his game. If Curry and Klay make certain three-point shots, McCullough and Lillard cannot do the same thing. They got to shoot when they feel is best. So if you're on spots, if you're that coach, man, if you coach Scott on the Portland Trail Blazers, do not have Lillard and McCullough taking shots they're not supposed to be taking. Again, you're not Golden State. Golden State could get away with taking certain three-point shooter because again, they got rebounders. Portland does not have rebounders like that at all, man. That's gonna be my problem right there, man. Coach Scott is going to have to play Golden State a different way. Because, again, you don't have Nurkic there at all. Enes Kanter barely struggled against Jokic. Enes Kanter could not stop Jokic from scoring 30 points. So, Enes Kanter could limit Jokic under 30 points. What makes you think he's going to do against a Iguodala? Against a Kevin Durant? Against not even Andrew Bogut, but Looney, man. And again, man, Looney is not on Nurkic's level at all. But again, man, you're going against a Golden State Warriors team that can out-rebound you aggressively. They're good at getting crash boards. So the only way Portland's going to stand a chance against Golden State, they're going to have to play smart. They're going to have to play them a different way, man. Again, Lillard and McCullough cannot compete with the Splash Brothers in three-point shooting. But again, remember, man, McCullough was off too. The reason why Denver pushed 7 games because McCullough and Lillard had off games. McCullough was off on his three-point shooting. You're up against Klay Thompson that could guard them, you know what I'm saying? That's very better. That's a way better defender than Gary Harris. Okay? So again, that's gonna be a problem, man. McCullough and Lillard cannot be taken off their game with the three-point shooting. If Curry and Klay Thompson shoot a three and they shoot in traffic, Lillard and McCullough cannot do the same thing. They need to do it another way. They need to play smart baskets, okay? But again, man, that's my pick. I got Golden State and I got Milwaukee coming out the NBA Finals, man. Anyways, man, y'all, that's the video again, man. This has been one of the best basketball I've seen, man, off the top. Okay? Because we've only really had one sweep. We only had 2 sweeps, and that was the first round between Milwaukee and Boston. Those are the only 2 games. Those are the only 2 teams that had a sweep. The whole Western Conference was not a sweep at all. And that's what I like, man. I like that there wasn't a sweep. We at least see some good basketball being played. Again, folks, that's the video, man. Y'all like, subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Stay blessed. Stay tuned. I'll see you soon.